Getting ready to wrap up High Hair Wednesday, or what are we calling this? Holy Hair or
Hairband Wednesday.
Hairband Wednesday.
Quite a successful hairband Wednesday, if I do say so myself.
I was going to say, speaking of high hair, not to be confused by our next guest on the hotline, who some will say has the highest hair in the NASCAR Nationwide Series garage. Jason Leffler's in the house. Jason, hello.
What's happening? How's it going?
What's up, pal? What's going on in your world this week?
I just got a new haircut. I'm almost sporting a mohawk. It's pretty close to a mohawk, but not quite.
People that great clips coming through again.
My hair is high.
And so are your hopes going into Road America. But first, let's talk about Michigan this past weekend. The NASCAR Nationwide Series running in the Irish Hills of Michigan on the 2-mile Michigan International Speedway. Give us the final report card and analysis over that 10th place finish you had there Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought 10th. We had the Great Clips Chevy was pretty good. I didn't qualify good at all, and made some ground there at the beginning of the race. And then we had a pretty good day going, and coming down on the green flag stop, we just got harpooned. Josh Wise was pulling out of his pit stall, and I was pulling in mine, and he hit me in the left rear, and I spun around. Luckily, I spun into my pit box, so it really didn't cost a lot of time, but it hurt the car, hurt the left rear of the body, and knocked all the crush panels and everything out. So we struggled from that point on, but still able to come back to 10th. So pretty happy that as far as the guys, they just never gave up. We made a couple pit stops to try to fix it all, and raced really, really hard, and able to come all the way to top 10. So I guess that's good. It's getting frustrating because I think I've said before, at the beginning of the year, our cars weren't really good, but we had smooth races, and we were able to get away with some pretty decent finishes. Now we have really good, fast cars, and it seems like we can't run a race without having some sort of issue. So hopefully this weekend we can get that out of the way. But Michigan went okay for the circumstances.
Speaking of this weekend, Jason, the first race last year at Road America, you finished 8th, a good win, a good run. To do so well the first time at a track like that, were you kind of surprised you guys did so well, or was this something that you would kind of anticipate you were going to do very well? And what are you looking for this weekend as well, too?
Yeah, I mean, we're just looking for a solid run this weekend. I think as long as it's easier said than done, as long as I stay on the road and don't tear the tranny out of it, we'll have a really good run. And we have pace. The last couple of years, we run fairly well on the road courses. Ran really well at Montreal last year and got in a wreck at the end, and had some speed at Watkins Glen, and I ran off the course. I thought for a second there I was going to try to pass Villeneuve on the restart and Watkins Glen, and that was my mistake when I thought I was fast enough to pass him, and I ran right off the road and caused that big crash where it took out about half the field, I think, literally. So anyway, to get back to your original question, yeah, I look forward to Road America. We got a brand new road race car, and I look forward to running good there this weekend. If we run our own race, we'll have speed, and who knows? We come down that last restart. You never know what position we'll be in.
How much testing time has gone into this race this weekend?
We went and tested at VIR last week and did a full day there, which is more than usual, which is great. I was just happy to haven't tested on a road course in 4 or 5 years, and we just wanted to shake the car down, and it was a great test. It gave us kind of a direction of what we needed. We came home, and the guys worked hard and to work on the car. So I think a lot of people put quite a bit of testing into it. We did some this year, which is great, and that all helps. I mean, just getting behind the wheel on a road course, even though it's not the same track, shifting and braking and just shaking the car down, making sure it stops and turns and does all the things that you think it needs to do. It does need to do, but sometimes you show up at the track and you got to work through that stuff.
Do you like the change of pace when you go from racing primarily in ovals, then you throw a road course into the schedule? I mean, do you like that transition and the change of pace?
Absolutely. I think that's what makes I say the Nationwide Series, but all the NASCAR, whether it's Sprint Cup or Nationwide Series, the schedules are so cool because you're going somewhere different every week and a different part of the country, totally different style of racetrack. So spices everything up and makes it fun. One of the best things, though, is that the fact that they got their road race going on in Sonoma, so that takes about half of the ringers away, and
Right.
makes the competition a little easier for us. But there's still going to be some good guys. You know, Villeneuve's driving for Penske, and Mad Max is driving for KHI. So there's going to be some other ringers up there too. I think Fellows is there, and so it'll be tough. But it's still not quite as stacked as it would be if that was an open weekend.
How much credence do you put in this road course ringer thing? I mean, we've seen them win more in the Nationwide Series, obviously, than Sprint Cup, but are these guys immediately on your radar going into a race, or do you feel you have something for them every time you go? Yes, they may have road course racing expertise, but you've got experience over or with the car and with the series and just with the general layout of things.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. You know, they have all-out speed, but I think, you know, the guys that do it every week in the Nationwide Series, we have race. I guess you call it racecraft. You know, we kind of know how the race is going to play out. We know a lot about our race car, but the problem is when you get a guy like Ron Fellows or even Max or Villeneuve, where they kind of have both. You know, they've been doing it long enough. They have a pretty good idea, and then they're really, really hard to beat. So I don't know, but yeah, a lot of that you'll see road race guys show up for the first time and they'll run really fast, but they don't usually make it to the end of the race. But you know, as the more times these guys do it, the better they are at figuring everything out, and they get really tough to beat. But you know, like a guy like Villeneuve, he's you know, he's like something. He's really special. That guy's really, really sharp. So he's tough to beat in any type of race car he gets in, you know, especially now that he's driving that Penske car. He's going to be pretty tough. But I don't know. You never know. Maybe we can take a shot at him.
Well, a good performance this weekend, can you build on it, even though you're going to go back to the regular style of racing? But, I mean, can you take like you did last year, you took an 8th-place finish. Can you build upon that and maybe even a higher finish and take it into the next few races to try to get more top 5s, top 10s in this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we don't set the road courses apart. I mean, it's a race, and it's no different than going to a short track or super speedway. We take it as a race on the schedule. So if you have a good run on a road course, you just carry that momentum and on to Daytona, and you know, then on to Kentucky. So I mean, it's important, very important, and but at the same time, it's fun too. It's just fun to race a different style racetrack. Up there at Road America, the fans were awesome. They had a great crowd last year. They're enthusiastic about having us there, and the Nationwide Series always should put on another good show for them.
Yeah, it is going to be a great show this weekend. And then, of course, you talk about going back to Daytona, working virtually the halfway point of the season coming up. Hard to believe we're going back to the World Center of Racing already, huh?
It is. It's been a quick year so far. You know, looking forward to going there, though. And, but it's hard to believe we're already halfway through this thing. So, yeah, I mean, it's basically the halfway point. I don't know if technically it is, but in your mind you think it is, and you're on to the back half of the season already.
It's unbelievable. All the best to you, my friend. Thank you so much for the time. We'll look forward to seeing you and the rest of your compadres on the road course this weekend at Road America, and we'll look forward to talking with you next Wednesday right here.
All right, guys. Thank you.